Morning.
Morning!
So it's a beautiful, lovely, crisp morning here in Hoedspruit on the Jabulani Reserve. So obviously it's trails for trunk to the reserve. We're going to do a 5K today. Yeah, let's out here. So please, if there's any questions and so on, we'll be happy to answer it. But we'll just have a bit of a chat and see if we can find some animals and have some fun here out in the reserve.
Yeah, I think we're going to start. Maybe we'll make our way across just to give you a bit of the background of the elephants. So we'll walk a little bit past the Bana grass. We can chat about that for a little bit. I know it doesn't sound very interesting, but it's a very integral part of what the team at HERD needs to do daily. And then we'll move across over to some of the areas where the elephants generally feed. We'll see if we can. Maybe we'll see the elephants. Maybe we see some other interesting things. We'll just have a look and see what we can find.
Please, if there's any questions, anything you want to know about life on a reserve, what we get to do every day, please go ahead.
Yeah.
We're gonna have fun out here.
Yeah, so wouldn't say it's not yet beautiful, eh? It's crisp. It's a bit of a chilly morning.
It's a bit of a chilly morning, but give us, like me and Stefan, we don't like to move too much. Give us 100 meters and we'll be sweating, and then it's fun out here. Give you a bit of it. Let's have a look this.
Just to also give you a bit of background, we've got Jade helping us in the background. So if there's any questions, if it passes by us, we don't pick it up early enough, we'll definitely have Jade in the background, and she's gonna pass it on to us via WhatsApp. So we'll make sure that we try and get to all the questions you might have or any comments, and we can discuss anything in particular. If you'd like us to elaborate on something that you see, please send us a message.
You can see we're in the heart of winter, so everything's died back down. So no greenery here except for the Bana grass. Still got a bit of greenery there. For the most of the reserve isn't dry out here now. Perfectly normal for our winter months.
Let's see, as we come up here, you're gonna see the tractor. So this is the daily elephant feed that gets put into the paddocks for the ellies at the homestead. So the guys have been out early already this morning cutting fresh branches for them so that they can clean up and make sure that the stables, when the ellies come back this afternoon, there'll be enough food for them. And then in the background there, that looks like the cultivated area. That's the actual Bana grass that grows.
No, trusty old fort.
That's the Bana grass. We have about 4 hectares of Bana grass that we grow for them sustainably. So we're able to harvest, plant new ones, and have a continuous stream of Bana grass for the elephants, or elephant grass sometimes. There's actually one in the road here that we can. This has been driven over by the tractor a little bit, but it kind of gives you an idea what it looks like. And you
can hear them chopping away there.
Busy chopping away.
So the Bana grass itself, it's a distant relative, it's a cousin of the sugarcane. So very high in protein and nutrients and so on. So obviously we went for the Bana grass because you don't want to have your elephants on a constant supply of sugar. Firstly, I think the dental bill will be ridiculous, and nobody's in the mood for sugar rushed elephants. Sounds like a busy time. You can see Stefan and his team busy in this front.
All new parts of.
All new parts. So, what's this in English?
Cutting.
The cutting. Sorry, my English is not Englishing lekker today. So we take cuttings, and then when we see there's an area that's not looking too great, Stefan and them, his team, put cuttings. And
I think what we'll do is we'll go across here. We'll cut through maybe.
Yeah.
Something like this area. Make sure that we have good enough reception as well. Otherwise, it doesn't help. We try and live stream, and 95% of our stream doesn't get passed through.
But did we already do 5K, Stefan?
Feels like it. I'm tired, eh?
We need to log this somewhere.
Yes, you can follow us on, what is it, Strava?
Strava, yeah.
Yeah, the HERD Strava. If you're part of the HERD Strava community, you're welcome to to track our progress, to keep us honest. Otherwise, we might just find a shady tree,
And say we did it.
say we did it, make it look like we walked very far.
We're committed to this, we'll do it. So like we said, yeah, we'll do a bit of a behind the scenes. We're actually heading up to where some of us live, where I live. It's not too bad. Having this morning when I woke up, had a cup of coffee, there was a giraffe outside the fence. Not too bad of a life out here.
So we spoiled actually.
And then we still find a reason to complain. The giraffe in the road is our biggest complaints here
Yes.
about giraffic jams.
Let's see how the morning commute for the elephants, for the animals have also been that busy. I don't really see.
I don't see a lot of tracks
No,
yet.
there's a couple of look like clover tracks, maybe, but nothing major yet. But we'll get there. We will get there. Wow, nice. This is a typical low-felt morning, eh? As soon as the sun comes out, it's like, yeah.
Yeah,
We had our jackets and everything on, and then all
that
of a
didn't
sudden-
last long.
No, no, not at all.
So we're going to track this road around the corner, then we'll head into the bush and we'll start looking for some interesting...
Some things, you know, and talk a little about what we do on the reserve, other than just, you know, with the where we collect the branches and all of those things. Maybe show you some of that as well.
To give you an idea what a beautiful day it is today, I don't know if you can see it on the stream. The Drakensberg Mountains are in full display this morning. Not too bad of an office.
No. There's a lot of worse places you can go.
Yeah.
It's, we were just saying this morning, it's we some of the lucky few that don't necessarily work every weekend. So for us to be at the office on a weekend morning is a strange feeling, but it's
We are in the office now.
it's shaping out not to be too bad. In all
No.
honesty. Let's see, it's got a bit of a branch in the road here that you can see. This is something that's been fed on by the elephants.
So I'm still learning how a gimbal works, technology.
So let me just put it like that. So if you look very carefully, don't know if you can see that, but see how that it's kind of been broken. And what the elephants do, the elephants won't actually eat the woody part of the plant. There's no nutritional value really in that for them. So what they do is, it's very similar to, if you remember a Tom and Jerry cartoon where they would take a piece of corn on the cob and go ding, ding, and they do basically the same thing. So they'll put it in mouth and they use their molars and they roll it like this. If you look very carefully, you can actually see where the molars have actually struck part of the woody part. Once they've stripped all the bark of it, they'll put it in between their molars and they actually squash down on it to get some of the moisture that might still be in it out. And then they'll just kind of toss it aside, and with a spider on it now, but lots of insects and so on will start to break that down. Puts a lot of the nutrients back into the soil.
It's what I always like to tell guests when they come here as well. Obviously, it's not just we have a world-renowned luxury safari lodge, but it's a working farm as well. So now you can hear tractor in the background. Obviously, the homestead needs to be cleaned out, then and all of that. So guests visiting us can obviously experience the lodge, but it's a complete working farm. Obviously, just with elephants. So it's actually very cool. It's a 2-in-1 combo effect.
All the birds are now starting to come out as it warms up.
Yeah, everybody's
Talking and communicating. You should hear a lot more noises as we move further and further away from, in abbreviated comma, civilization buildings. You'll find that there's a lot more going on, a lot more noises, a lot more sounds.
I always find fascinating is for all the reserves, the staff housing basically always has the best views.
Yeah.
So if you take these, all used to be privately owned farms. Like the part that we are on now we used to be a mango farm, and obviously the farmers back in the day chose the nicest views, and then it eventually turns into staff housing and all of that. So trees are beautiful. I've got a lot in my yard. I've got a lot of fig trees in that. So the brown-headed parrots are out, but green pigeons.
Trumpet hornbills.
And then I've got 2 trumpeter hornbills, but that's a negative discussion for another day. 4 o'clock in the morning, it sounds like a child screaming blue murder. Not the funnest way to wake up, but once again, like we said, we like to complain with a white bread under our arms.
Exactly. Yeah, the guinea fowls going there. Not a good one. We'll see now.
Yeah.
There should be a nicer one here. See if we can get it.
Got some elephant tracks here. Let's see if you can get a nice one. Chat a bit about it.
Yeah. A short discussion like that. You can see the morning commute for the guinea fowl. All the little prints in the road here. Now that I talk about it, I don't see a single one. Find one now.
And tractor.
We hit it all in front of us. So that would probably be the guinea fowls. I don't know if you're able to pick it up, but there's definitely quite a large group of guinea fowl just to the left of us feeding. They have that contact call. There they are. It's going to be almost impossible right now. You might just see a black shape in the...
90% of what we're saying today, just believe us on cameras.
Yeah.
Me and Stefan are notoriously good at telling only the truth and nothing but the truth. Got some guinea fowl. Like believe some people overseas in the States and that will know it as pea hens.
Uh-huh. Yep. You hear them feeding there. And that chuck, 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 that's like a contact call. So, because they move in the grass, and very often they'll feed in tall grass. They don't always, or rather they're not always within eyesight of one another. And that's kind of how they keep in contact with the group to say, I'm here, and they keep their little family together feeding. And then obviously when one of them spots any form of danger, they'll perch up either on a termite mound or a rock or a branch, and then they'll...
So I don't know if you can see it. Those are all the guinea fowl tracks. So there's a whole flock of them move through. And yeah, we've got a nice elephant track somewhere from last night. See, this guinea fowl also had a nice deep there. So just to give you a size comparison between the elephant track and the guinea fowl, so we've recently there's a young wild bull that's been hanging around. We've been seeing it often. So he's moving between the houses and the lodge and all of that. So you can see a nice big boy over here.
Dung. What do you feel? Are we gonna hit a bit of the bush?
Yeah, let's go into the bush.
Let's see if we can find it.
Are we going to head north or south?
Maybe
The tractors are working that way.
let's go towards it.
As you can see, myself and Stefan are very well prepared. We know exactly what we're not going to do, and that's...
Yeah.
So as you saw earlier when Stefan was chatting, we do have a rifle with us. So obviously just the legislations, walking in a Big 5 game reserve, we do have to have a rifle with us. But in the 11 years I've been here, we've never had to use it, except for target practice and that. It's just as a last resort for that 0.0001% chance. If something should happen, we can keep ourselves safe. But obviously, Stefan's been guiding for 60 years now.
Yes. Just saying, yes, very good.
Yeah, he looks great, 85 and looking great. And then I've been guiding for 11 years, so we've done this a few times before. So obviously at the end of the day, if we find an animal, our number one priority is to keep that animal comfortable. We don't like pushing our limits, and we are in their environment, and we just want to view them and enjoy what they get to view. So if you see the rifle, it's just for a last resort for us. Some zebra.
Yeah.
Now to me and Stefan's speciality, talking poop. We'll keep it PG. I don't know if there's kids on here. So you can see, got some, looks like a day or two old zebra dung. So yes, it's actually a nice one. Because the easy way to identify it is, as you said, it looks like a little kidney bean. Easiest way to identify a zebra's dung. You can see, obviously there are grazers, so you can see there's still a lot of grass left over. So in very, very dry months, your smaller antelope like your steenbok and them, they'll actually eat some of this dung. They'll especially go for your elephant and the rhino dung, because your rhinos and elephants only digest about 40% of their food. So they actually eat it as a way for extra nutrients.
We very often, when you talk to people and talk to guards in the industry, there's a lot of communication, or a lot of banter around, elephants destroying large trees and all of that stuff. And that's not really the discussion we'd like to head in. But it's interesting when you start looking at that, and you look at, let's take for instance, seed dispersal, because of the fact that elephants are so bad at actually digesting their food. A lot of the time they'll eat the seed pods, and the seed pods will come out whole on the other side, which means that those seeds are basically dropped in their own fertilizer.
Two in one.
So it also plays a very important part, and because elephants can move so far in a day, you might find that the seeds are in something as small as a Impala wildebeest. Not that they really eat the seeds of trees. When they do feed on it, they've got a home range which is rather small, so the chances of the seeds being dispersed far and wide, highly unlikely.
So elephants are great at moving plants around.
Yeah, really good at moving them around.
And a lot of your plants are actually reliant on your elephant's digestive system. Take the marula tree for one. And then recently we did a study on lala palms as well, where they basically planted lala palm seeds, and then next to it we fed the elephants a bunch of lala palms, and through that digestive system, what is it, 400% increase in germination from the ones that went through digestive system. So we know there's that whole debate about elephants and how destructive they can be. Obviously, in a way it is true, but there's more good to than harm than they do. Obviously keeping the ecosystem alive.
Yeah, definitely. Such a beautiful morning now that the sun is coming out properly. See the nests and the...
Yeah, let's go talk. Stefan's favorite, birds. Let's go talk birds.
So these are, when a lot of the time when you hear people talking about bird nests, especially African species, you hear about the weavers, and they make these they construct intricate nests where they actually weave the pieces of the blades of grass together. These birds that make these nests are also weavers, but they obviously didn't attend all the classes in weaving, because you can see it's quite a rough nest. These are white-browed sparrow weavers, so they're kind of in between a sparrow and a weaver, so hence them not being as formidable at weaving. But if you look very carefully, I'm going to just
I think there's a branch that broke down, it's got one on it.
Oh yeah, I see. So yeah,
check
you see the different entrances, and they are also what we say collective breeders in a sense. So you'll see, like if you look at the top of that one, there's actually two nests there. It's got a little entrance hole, and then a living room part where the eggs and the chicks actually stay. But we'll see if we can't get to this one that's on the ground maybe and have a look at that. You'll see quite a large number of these different nests all together in this one tree. So it's obviously a nicer part. And what's interesting, if you look a lot of the times at birds in particular that make their nests on the outside of a tree, you very often will find that looks more towards the northwest, and the reason for that is that it catches the last rays of the sun in the afternoon, which warms up the nest going into the night now. So when the temperatures drop, at least the nest is baked warm by the sun during the day. Now there's a branch that's broken off, and you can see this one here. So if this would have still been in a tree, that would have been your entrance. Watch me put this thing, and then a bush snake pops out here. And then they'll actually, so normally it would have a little bit of a protuberance that comes out like an entranceway that they go in, and then the nest sits, if you turn it upside down like this, so they have to go in and back down. The eggs will actually lie in this part, which is the safest part of the nest. So eggs can't fall out, and once the chicks start moving around on the inside, there's no chance of them actually falling out the actual entrance. It's almost very similar to a kidney also.
Yeah.
Kind of. If you use your imagination and you squint your eye.
I can see the kidney there.
Yeah, that was a bunch of thorn trees all over the place. Obviously, Africa is known for thorny trees. See, this how the trees have evolved to protect themselves against predation, either from antelope species, from black rhinos, from elephants. What is really interesting, each one of these thorns is nothing more than a modified leaf. So it actually has a very similar nutritional value as a leaf would have. And these trees in particular, this is umbrella thorn.
What typical African tree that you see.
They've got what we call a compound leaf. So I'm going to try and put it on my hand. That whole thing there is all actually part of the leaf. It's a bipinnately compound. Yeah. Every one of those tiny little green things is an individual leaf that's got a main vein with sub veins next to it and has its own chlorophyll. And they then go into one leaf that'll form something like this. I've squashed this one. Get another one, see if I can get a better example. There we go. And then that tiny little pieces, all of those ones there, they are all actual individual leaves that do exactly the same work as something like a fig tree with a large leaf, or a monstera with a large leaf would be able to do.
So what's actually fascinating is, even though this, as you can see, let's get the zoom, how pointy it is, there are some animal species that actually eat it. For example, elephants. Elephants and your giraffes in a way as well. So what they'll do is they've got incredibly hard tongues and digestive systems. So they can actually eat the thorns and obviously get that extra nutrients. Because if you look at the leaf size, like Stefan said, it's quite small, where the thorn, which has got the same nutritional value, is quite much larger. So elephants and your giraffes, they'll chow down on this with absolutely no problem. No toothache or anything. So these thorns protect them against majority of the animals.
Yeah, I would say they do. What makes this one, in particular, this tree, this what is it, tortillas, or umbrella thorns have evolved, is if you look carefully here, they've got a double barrier of protection, in the sense that you have
There we go.
It's a straight thorn and a hook thorn. Now, as a rule, what would happen is a giraffe would come and they'll wrap their tongues around it like this, and they'll drag down to the tip of the branch to actually strip off all the leaves. These ones have evolved so they can't do that. So now the giraffe goes and they individually pluck those leaves away from the branch.
Luckily, the giraffes have no meeting to attend, so they have all the time in the world.
They have. Hey, lekker. Now,
our first sign that we have had a predator here. Let's hear for the few of you in the watching live. Can anybody guess what dung this is? It's quite bright. That's notorious high concept lying all over. The bones, see, there's another one.
They have a home range, or territory rather. They will mark within their territory wherever they go. Other than using, they've got a special gland or an anal gland for a pasting, which they'll rub over a branch. But they will also use their dung to demarcate parts of their territory, and also pathways that they normally use. If you look carefully, everyone can show you maybe there's actually two, let's call them animal tracks. I'll walk down them so you can just kind of get an idea. You can see that there's clearly a path that gets used here quite often, and then this path splits off this way and that way, and then we have another path coming this way. So there's quite a lot, and that might be the reason why, there's quite a number of scat here. This is where they could either get together or where they would then split up when they go out foraging at night. And so much of what we do as guides, or so much of what guides do, you can only really learn so much about animals in Smithers' book or animal books and so on and so forth. A lot of it's kind of, you have to try and figure it out for yourself. You have to try and look at the situation and go, okay, well, this might be this might be this. When we walked up, we saw the one piece of scat there. We thought, okay, well, there was a hyena here. Then we saw the other one. Now it kind of makes sense. Oh, look at all the different pathways here. So there's obviously a lot of movement around this area.
So yeah, for any of you that guess, spotted hyena, that's spotted hyena scat. Starting to get into a thicker and thicker area, which is fun.
Yeah. Greatest of moments.
I wish I caught that on camera. Here's a nice example of what Stefan said about the animal path. So animals, obviously, they take the path of least resistance. That's why a lot of times when you're in a game reserve as well, you'll see your rhinos and elephants and all of them, they actually walk on the roads that we use as vehicles. I mean, why would you want to squeeze through this thicket?
Like I just had to do.
Like Stefan just had to do so gracefully. If you can do... You see these heaps over here? There's one that side as well. But this is actually a midden from Impalas. So your rams, they'll have a small little territory that they use, and then basically he'll defecate in the same spot. So obviously it just concentrates his scent for any potential ewes or females that's in the area. Another animal that does that is your rhinos. So this is actually like a bush telegram. Your females also sometimes come and defecate, especially if they go into estrus. And just through the smells and that, and what's called the phlegm and grimmage, these guys can actually pick up hormone balances and see if there's a female in the area that's on heat, if there's a male that's ready to breed. A lot of time, if you look very carefully, you can see there's
Something scratched, yeah.
something scratched here.
Looks like a guinea fowl track there.
Obviously, where dung is, insects also go. So your guinea fowl and them also, and they actually help to spread that smell. So always check, never step on these down, because it's actually your coursers.
Yeah,
your
Temnick's coursers.
Temnick's coursers actually breed in this, because they also have this tiny little, almost like a black egg, so they blend in incredibly well. So if ever you see this in bush, do not step on it. There might be a little bird's nest somewhere near as well. And obviously they camouflage incredibly well. Yeah.
Like to see all the different mounds. There's a lot. But if you look at how wide this is and you look at all the different... Oh, nice.
Trying to figure out the gimbal, sorry.
How nice was the sky
I was overconfident there.
But if you look at the tracks, there's zebra tracks here, there's wildebeest tracks here. Earlier when we started, I saw some
My shadow's in the way.
rhino tracks as well. Very old, but still.
Some zebra and wildebeest.
Obviously,
So generally also what you'll find is if you follow these pathways long enough, it will actually take you to fresh water as well. If you send a drone up, especially in the dry season, it literally looks like a spider web from all the different tracks, and they all lead up to watering hole.
Walk on this pathway for a little bit. At least you can see shadow, so we are still walking. We're not fooling around.
Let's see how far we are. We're on 800 meters, Stefan.
We'll have to pick up speed if we're going to be it. If we're going to make our marks. Now we'll have to walk a little bit faster. Now we're going to sound out of breath.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll see what we can find. As I was actually hoping to catch a bit of a knobthorn, because the knobthorns are in bloom at the moment, and it's such an incredible time of the year to be in the bush with that, because although it's quite dull, a lot of the trees, we had a really good rainy season, still have leaves, but then the knobthorns go into bloom and they just have this beautiful yellow color all over them. Let's see if we can find one. Lots off in the distance, which I doubt we'll be able to make it.
Ooh. For all the arachnophobes, this one, you can look away. I don't know if you can see that white over there. It's actually a very young baboon spider nest. So they are a family of the tarantula. They get massive. They get about the size of the palm of your hand. You've got a little one, yes, it's got the little web, and then, so it's difficult for the camera to see, but there's a tiny little tunnel over there. So there's a little spider hanging out inside there, awaiting any little insect to crawl in.
Giraffe, maybe.
Which side?
I heard something. It sounds like a giraffe, but I mean it's dense in here. I'm building up the suspense, and we're going to walk and not see a single giraffe. But I heard one walking just now. see what we can find. Pick up our speed a little bit. We do maybe half a 5k walk in 1 hour. Clear that we specialize in talking more than walking.
The fact that we're doing it together is incredible.
Yeah, exactly. It's a feat of many mysteries. Earlier we said, that it's not going to take long for us to start complaining about the heat. We're almost there. Almost there. A little bit of a...
You can actually hear it, eh?
Yeah. Just don't know where. Maybe we'll go this way.
Good.
See what we can maybe do is where we've got that little bit of the water runs down.
See who's hanging out there.
See who's hanging out there, yeah. Well, maybe it might be warm enough already for something to just go have a peek at the water. Now we're going into some really thick stuff.
As you can see, yeah, follow the animal pathway. I think that'll be hard. You can see,
Once
so
I
these,
turn around, I go, oops.
these thorn trees
It
are
has happened
everywhere.
before. I'm a specialist in walking and then going, oh, sorry, I took the wrong turn there. Let's just go back for another 5 kilometers.
We first need to do a kilometer before we can go back 5.
Oh, yeah. You walk here, you would think, man, there's really not a lot for the animals to feed on, but
Let's take a left here. What do you think?
this is just thorns.
This is legit just us maneuvering.
Trying to make our way into more open area.
Ha!
Success. There's a termite mound up in front here. More Hyena Scat. Old termite mound there.
Some piece of a growth core. Very old, small little termite mound.
Now, these chimneys play a very important role in thermoregulating with inside the actual mound. The termites are able to open and close the chimneys that protrude from the ground, depending on how much air they actually want to move through. So it's almost like their mounds are air conditioned. Back in my full-time guiding days, I would be able to tell you exactly what the temperature is, the range is at. That's the kind of the information that eludes me at this moment. I can tell you a lot about the overall budgets for all the departments, but at the moment I can't
Tell you what the temperature for termite.
no,
We need
not
to get.
very useful information.
We need to get out more.
Yeah, we do. See, some elephants have been feeding here. See how the branches have been broken to the left on this bush here. Also these dead ones. When we were planning this walk, we were saying, no, an hour is more than enough for us to get to 5K. We didn't take into consideration the amount of time we'll be stopping and talking. Once again, some Hyena Scat in front. The office is a very popular pathway. Man. Tractors. I think there's a couple of knob thorns up in front there.
See them there.
See if you can't.
I know where we are.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you do.
So, pre-COVID, there used to be every year in town we used to have the Rhino run. So what that was, it's a fundraising for anti-poaching units and that. So the lodge used to put in a team, and then HERD also had a team and that. And we built the whole gym area here at the back, because obviously we're going to be doing a 5K run and obstacle course and all of that. So we built a gym here at the back. A week before we used it once, and then we went.
Then we were fit.
We were fit. Needless to say, we didn't come last, we came third. from last.
Yeah.
Luckily, our carers who play soccer a lot, they represented. They came in second, beating out two poaching units, which was incredible. So they were the ones representing.
Yeah.
We were there for the team spirit. Great cheerleaders, not great runners.
Yeah, that was
Two little Franklins.
I had to do a little bit of a leap across the little drainage system. Is that a boerbie? Yeah.
Looks like it, yeah.
See how we're going into more of a, almost like a riverine area, how the vegetation changes. Almost nothing here, it's got thorns on it.
Yeah.
More greenery, some magic guarries.
Get this thing to
Two
go out.
boerbeens actually, both these trees are boerbeens, weeping boerbeens. Yeah, as the story goes, they're very hard trees. If you run into it, you're going to weep from the pain. No, I joke. It's called a weeping boerbeen because it carries flowers in summertime and they actually drip quite a lot of sap. And it's super, super, super sticky. That's why you also see actually almost everywhere underneath this tree, there's almost nothing growing because the soil becomes quite acidic from all the sap that these boerbeens will drop. Jacket plum, magic guarri.
It's a bit of a change of scenery from all the thorns.
Make it a little bit more. It looks more friendly, but it's almost nothing that's edible here.
Yeah.
It's particularly the magic guarris. They don't really have a high nutritional content. They've got very, very high concentration of tannins. So that's all these green bushes that you see around here. Nothing barring elephants will really feed on it for a short amount of time, and then they'll also move off. It's almost like they build up a tolerance for the tannins. It's called magic guarri because obviously the area we are from, there's fires from time to time. A lot of the environment here relies on fire for the germination of seeds and so on. And these are normally the first trees that will actually go green after the rains. Maybe we'll get back into more open areas so we can catch up some time. You know? Also quite a lot of cultural beliefs. It's believed to kind of cure all kinds of diseases from diarrhea and so on. But as far as I have it, the magic name comes from the fact that it reacts very quickly to being burnt almost completely. It'll lose all its leaves and then within a matter of a few weeks, it'll be green again. So now we've taken definitely a road with the least amount of resistance.
Playing elephant here.
Yeah. That's maybe the giraffe we heard. There's some fresh giraffe tracks here. Look at these ones here.
Oh, yes.
Obviously almost looks like he's run. See how he's dug in his toes.
Some beautiful giraffe track over here. Let's see. Where's the fellow? There's a hyena track.
Walk so that I don't cast a shadow over your track. There's another one here.
Ground's telling a lot of story. We just need to find the guys who's actually leaving the tracks.
Yeah. I think we're too noisy, maybe.
Us never.
I know. So.
Let's hear from you guys. Any questions that you have? Anything that you'd always wondered about, especially because living on a reserve? Anything you've ever wondered, please drop a comment and we'll hopefully be able to answer it for you.
So I hear that Jade says that we lost a little bit of reception. We got too involved in trying to show you that we didn't keep an eye on our reception status. So yeah, the animal that first scat we had there was hyena dung, for those of you that missed. And then we got another message from Jade saying, don't worry about the 5K, just make sure that you get to where you need to be by the time that you need to be there. So we are running.
If I check,
We are running. Maybe we've done at least a 1K now.
we're on 1.4.
Hey!
Feeling great.
Yeah, no. More of those weaver nests. Can you? Oh, yeah, no, it's going to be difficult to see it there. You know, we might see some on that little drainage system.
Oh, yes.
Maybe we'll see at least one animal there as well, like a warthog or an impala.
I just got a message from Jade saying thank you for the exposure. Jade, you're welcome.
We're in this together.
Jade, let us know, what are you doing for your 5Ks for the elephants this morning? We're very interested to hear.
It's so difficult with birds though, because when we're here, you can kind of see them, but the
Yeah.
time that it actually goes out there is like long gone. There's a lot of activity from there. It's warming up nicely now.
Yeah, I'm glad we got a little kepsi.
So what we'll do, you can see we're kind of heading back towards the mountains now. In the background, I don't know how clear that would be. But we're kind of heading more in a southerly direction, a little bit closer towards where the stables would be, where the herd would generally spend quite a lot of their time during the day before they go out on feeding. So we'll just kind of see what we can find on that way out.
Yeah, so for reference, why myself and Stefan, for everybody that missed it, why we're doing this walk, we're doing Trails for Trunks today. Obviously World Elephant Day was last week. So Trails for Trunk basically is get active, go for a walk or run. It's mainly a run, but me and Stefan opted for the walk. We've got a whole event happening in Pretoria today. Our whole head office team, my entire team is down there in Pretoria, in Gauteng, called the city. They're all doing 10, I think it's 5, 10s and 20 kilometers. And that, and then myself and Stefan here in the bush, representing Jabulani on this side. See, we have a question. Are there birds building colonial nests in your area, like sociable weavers? Yes, we do. I'll try and find some more. We had them a bit earlier. Stefan, I forgot them.
The sparrow weavers.
The sparrow weavers. So they're not close to as... The nest aren't close to as big as what you'll have with your colonial sociable weavers down in the Kalahari. There'll be about 3-4 different families living there. And then we also have the red-billed buffalo weavers, which is part of our small 5. They do a bit more intricate nests. There can be about 10 to 15 families living in those nests, but nothing as cool, as exciting as the ones down in the Kalahari, the social weavers.
Yeah, we might get some as we go closer back later towards the stables. There's a couple of families of buffalo weavers that live there, so we might be able to see. Just interesting on this one here, you can see how the elephants have kind of fed on. This is a flaky thorn. See how the bark kind of flakes off, but this would be from an elephant that's kind of just rubbed up against it, trying to get some of the bark. But because of the fact that the bark comes off in such small pieces, it's really not worth the effort. So they've kind of just left it, stomped on it like, well, I don't want to eat you.
You have to say, quit while you're ahead.
Yeah, no, and they're like, oh, okay, let me find another tree. So we'll...
So like we said, obviously, like we'll try the red-billed buffalo weaver nests. So they're what we call
sociable weavers.
Sociable weavers, and they're also part of our small 5.
Yep.
So obviously everybody knows the big 5 and so on. The lion, leopard, rhino, elephant, buffalo. But then we've got a small 5 as well. So it will be the red-billed buffalo weaver, rhino beetle, elephant shrew, antlion, and a leopard tortoise. That's our small 5. So if you ever want to come down to South Africa to see the small 5, this is not the greatest time of the year. Majority of these animals, like the tortoises and them, they're all obviously hibernating because we are dead set in the winter. But after the first heavy rainfall, these guys will come out. Hey Stefan, I see Chantal's joined us. Chantal, thank you for walking with us. We appreciate it. So if everybody remembers, Chantal is Stefan's wife. We tried to get her to come and walk. She's like, nah. Somebody has to look after the kids. Best day to babysit, Chantal. Quick, want to show you something cool here. getting distracted. So a lot of you have probably, through the time with the videos on HERD and Nadine and them, about your elephants rubbing against the trees. Look at this great example. So obviously, being down on my knees, this is not from elephants, this is from warthogs. See, your warthogs also, they follow the same concept as your elephants, cover themselves in muds, rub some ticks off and that, so you can see how smooth how they've rubbed here.
Not gonna do the creeping thing. I've done my morning's worth of creeps.
The hamstrings aren't what they used to be.
No. So, yeah,
Chantal said, welcome.
you see that what we do is, a lot of you would have seen, obviously there's that dam where the elephants pass by every afternoon, and in the mornings before they go out for their feed they get to have a drink and swim and so on. The overflow of that dam actually flows down across the area to enable other animals and so on to also get water. And that's kind of where we're reaching now. We'll show you a little bit of that. Obviously it's not all constant streams, the water has to be quite full. We do pump water for them so that they have water to drink.
You see some
animal tracks in the water here, some stalked guinea fowls. And a lot of it's rainwater, and this just helps the supply of water for the elephants, but then also for a lot of the other animals in the area get the opportunity to drink a little bit of water from there. Not necessarily you have to compete with the elephants when the elephants are at the watering hole. Elephants are notorious for
hogging.
Yeah.
They don't like
looking for
for the PG 13.
Scrambling.
Myself and Stefan are focusing a lot on not making any dirty jokes.
Yeah.
But they're all around us. Just on that overflow, Stefan said it's a whole system Stefan's created. Obviously, having the lodge here and being so isolated, we have to provide everything from electricity to clean water. So how the system works is in the river, we've got a massive pump that we switch on, and that pumps not dirty or river water up to our water purification plant, where Stefan has his PhD in watering and and all of that, and wastewater treatment and all of that. So water gets cleaned off, and that with a system called flocculant.
Yeah.
So basically what it does, it splits the sediment from the water, giving you clean tap water. Now obviously with that pump, it's quite a big pump as well, so that also runs into the Elephants Dam, which we call Whiskey 1 Dam. So once that overflows, it runs all the way down to the lodge. It fills the lodge dam as well. So it's a whole step system that happens here. Yeah, that's a thing that a lot of people realize with lodges, and that is everything we do here we have to do ourselves, from electricity supply to drinking water. We can't just open a tap and rely on the government, unfortunately. But that it's got its headaches, but it makes it exciting. Working out here, you need to be able to do everything and anything.
Different challenges. We're just going to change direction a little bit so that we're not walking away from the sun the whole time. So you just see our shadow. Cut across another spot here. I have to get my bearings. That's exactly where I am. Franklin a bit scared up there. So far we're at least on 1.5 now.
Let's check. 2 kilometers. Hey. Geez, I can do another 20 of this.
On camera.
Oh no.
Off camera.
Putting our active faces on.
There's a nice big knobthorn coming
nice.
to the left. To show you those beautiful yellow flowers we were talking about earlier.
What's fascinating out here is some of our trees and plants work the opposite of what you guys will be used to. Summer months, everything will be green, and in winter months, they flower. From our knobthorns to our aloes, everything's in full bloom now. The Impala lilies at the lodge. As you can see, it's the overflow that we were talking about.
You might actually go up to the dam and just show you, so there is water. Not just dry. we go. See all those amazing
You can see the yellow,
flowers
yeah.
in the tree now that the sun hits it at the right angle. This is all part of my plan of changing direction.
It's for the trees, man.
For the trees. I know there's a flower that can drop.
So all the knobthorns on full bloom now. I've got beautiful, beautiful yellow flowers.
Also,
Check
as with a lot of your thorn trees, it's a common flower. So each one of those little things actually is a flower. I don't know if I'll be able to take one off. There we go. There's what, 4 of them.
I hope the image is as clear as I see it.
All the little, and bees absolutely love this. So you find very often when you have knobthorns like this and there's two quite close to one another, there's quite a high concentration of bees in the area.
And even here the
Lots of
bird life
pollen.
is also more, yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely. Do a little bit of a bundu, yeah. Then you're going to come into a clearing. Chupa. This is now all obviously also natural clearings that will form from time to time. Your soil changes, the pH changes, the consistency of your soil changes, so you'll have this more of an open clearing. You find a lot that your grazing species, your zebras, your wildebeest, your rhinos, they particularly like this open areas. A lot of them like to feed on quite short grass, and that this allows them to do that, but also at the same time to spend a lot more time feeding because they don't have to be so aware of what's happening around them. A couple of guinea fowl in front of us again there.
I can see tiny little black dots. There's a guinea fowl, you guys can just believe us.
We're walking uphill, you can hear it.
I wanted to ask if anybody can hear the bird life or is it just our, our lungs?
Now you're going to get a good view of the mountain.
Yeah. Jade says both with a laughy face.
Yeah, no, it's not easy.
Look at that view. And Stefan.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Oh, I wanted to say, and the mountain. We've got a lot of guinea fowl here in front.
Yeah. See if somebody can recognize where we are now. Maybe there's a couple of people following. Might want to venture a guess. This is quite a popular dam. Features popular jam. Popular dam. That features on a lot of our social feeds, a lot of our social media.
This is what it looks like when the sun's not setting.
Yeah.
Still beautiful.
That should give you the answer.
We're on 2.3. I'm doing
Almost
good.
halfway. Almost halfway.
We'll call this our halfway break.
Yeah. Take a bit of a breather.
Isn't that all we've been doing?
You know what I was thinking?
What were you thinking?
I am thinking of something. Me again with all the bending.
So we actually brought the drone as well.
I don't think I'm going to take that. I've got a tripod for your gimbal.
Look at you.
So I thought maybe if we
Look
put
at
it
us
down
playing with toys. But first, there's a gentleman here
here.
that everybody might. Let's. Man of the hour. Mr. God knows.
Hello, how are you?
Good and you?
All right. Yes, how's the weekend?
Good, good.
Walking by yourself. I thought you had a team
No,
of
it's
guests
us.
behind you.
We're doing a live stream.
Hello, hello.
It's Trails for Trunk
I
today.
see, I see.
So everybody's walking in Pretoria
Okay.
and running, and myself and Stefan said we're going to do it here.
No, that's okay.
No, it's only me and Stefan.
All right. That's so good.
Let's see if we can.
So we're halfway. We've done 2.5 Ks.
Okay.
Almost, give or
Why
take.
am I not? There we go. Here we are.
Is there somewhere that we can sit that will be out of the way?
Yeah.
So the elephants, I think they're just going to come through here.
Okay,
So if you want to
under the tree.
side, then you can have a good view as they
Yeah.
approach.
Well, we'll stay out of the way.
Okay.
So we, kind of.
Ninifant 431 says, hello, God knows.
Hello, hello.
And just to prove that we have guinea fowl here, you can see there's a guinea fowl feather and God knows it's capped there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we've been trying to show them guinea fowl.
Okay.
Actually,
That's the closest you're gonna get.
Running around the whole time.
You're going to be getting.
It's my lucky feather.
Let's see if I can set this up for us. Sorry, me and gimbals. My first time using one.
You got it.
I think so.
There we go. How's it? Angles.
You can see the mountain.
There's only 1 more hour to go then. We've got 2.5 Ks done.
Yeah.
Another hour to go.
I'm thinking of
Next time we do this, we'll plan it so we start earlier.
I like the winging it back.
We were. Kind of see. You should. I don't know how loud the guys are yet on the microphone there, but you should start picking up some sound and some noise.
Can anybody see anything happening on the screen? Some exciting stuff coming.
There we go. So we'll maybe spend 5-10 minutes with them here, and then we'll continue on our trek.
Thinking maybe we go down Marula spot, Egyptian goose.
Where are you going to eat, Gordon?
I'm not sure Lat is going to call.
Okay.
But, they're going to Kabrabas for the swim, so they
Okay.
might be.
Going that way?
Yeah.
Or that way?
No, I think it's that side more.
And then we'll do. I have an idea. God knows. Do you maybe want to take the camera and go walk to them?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can. You're
I
welcome.
think we'll hand over to God knows for the next 10 minutes. God knows
You
can take you to the elephants and go say
You
hi to them.
can go closer than what we can go.
Okay.
And to the guys can say hello. It's
Okay.
hello.
All right. Okay. Tamisa, the albino young elephant. Good morning, Kanisa. Jabulani with Tokwe in the branch. She's carrying a branch. This is Jabulani. And we've got the guys here. We've got Blessmores. Stitch over there. Who is hiding behind the bush? Forbes. Talking for a drink. Okay, parcel here. Got Somapani in the picture. Hello, Somopani. Ja, pizza. Tera. Det tjejer då.
Thank you, God knows.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, right.
Not a bad halfway spot. Let's just say hi, you'll recognize this face. It's Mr. Last.
Hello.
You're starting your shift now.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, me and Stefan was saying now, like, we kind of screwed ourselves over because now we need to try and top that.
Yeah. Not easy to top.
No.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jed.
See you later. You see anything? Just get off.
Impala?
Down further there along the stream, there might be elephants.
Okay.
They must or is.
Clap it down this way. So
Okay.
it's not-
Let's get out of their view. How cool was that?
Lekker, hè? That's a strategic break.
Strategic break.
And the camera over to somebody else.
We were planning to get our breaths back so you can hear we sound fresh again. think if you have it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, let's see what else the morning holds for us. Then we can hopefully now at least we'll be able to find you an elephant.
If all fails.
We have one fallback. I don't know how the grass also here changes, huh? A lot of the time it's from, we buy in lucerne from neighboring farmers for the elephants. When they harvest, quite a few times they'll, on the edge of where the lucerne grows, they have the other crops of grass and so on. It's a naturally occurring species. It's just
You see where the elephants move more.
yeah, how the elephants kind of disperse there. Different type of grass to what we see in other parts. Almost forms a carpet. Some impalas off in the distance there.
Are we gonna leopard crawl them?
Yeah. Don't know how we're going to be able to get close to them, but we'll try. Game viewer in the background.
Hopefully they see more than we do.
Also, it's coming up to an interesting part of the morning as the temperatures are now. We are slowly but surely moving out of what we consider winter, which for most of the world would be a nice summer's day. For us, it's quite a cold day. And the animals also are changing their movements. So they'll be more on the active side earlier. 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, I mean, this would have been the time that they would have actually gotten active. So they're also adapting to the weather and so on. And hoping to catch a little bit more animals coming to have their mid-morning drink, but that wasn't happening.
Yeah, so if you're ever planning on a safari and you don't like waking up at the crack of dawn, deep winter is your best bet. Obviously at Jabulani we are completely flexible with our timing. So you can catch a bit of a snooze, have a 7:30, 8 o'clock breakfast and then head out. As the summer comes, highly recommend waking up at 4, being out there because it gets ridiculously hot out here. I'm going to head into, you've probably read and saw a lot about the hollows that we do for the land restoration. So we're actually heading into the newer ones done earlier this year. So they're right and ready and waiting for the rain to come. You can see it's all there. So like we said, around the elephant homestead and so on, this used to be old mango farms. And now basically where we are situated, obviously with the water rundowns and that, it's been, the soil gets destroyed. So we're creating these hollows. So just to capture some water. So then we add like the thorn trees we've been talking about, the ones we've been seeing everywhere. Some of their branches as protection, and then grass seeds as well.
And then as soon as we have those really heavy rains we are known for in summertime, that it just kind of breaks the speed of the water running down, so your topsoil doesn't get washed away. Plus you have the fact that the grass seeds will hold on to the soil, and as those grasses then have got access quite a bit of water being trapped in the hollow, they produce quite a lot of seeds, and your cycle just continues from there.
Just giving it that year or two break just so that it can establish itself. So you can see this one's already starting to look nicely. Looks rough now, but literally within 2-3 years it's beautiful and lushery. Here's another one, yeah. So one of the questions is, are there kudus around? Yes, we do have a great population of kudus in the area. Obviously, with these open areas where we are now, they're not as fond. You do see them here, but they'll be more in your thicket areas around the rivers, more overgrown areas, because they rely on their stealth. But yeah, we definitely have kudus on the reserve. Spectacular antelope.
see also quite a lot as we're walking. There's a lot of elephant dung here. Obviously, being quite close to the homestead and from where the elephants will then go out for their day in the bush. They'll walk a lot of these trails here. Hence all the dung and so on lying here. And you can see this is not dung that's been worked. This is just as the elephants have walked. It is dropped and kind of stayed. Slowly but surely that will all break down. Put also more fertilizer in the area. Gives the plants something to grow in, puts nutrients in the soil.
Yeah, we decided we're going to follow one of their pathways and we'll end up at what we call Egyptian Goose Dam. It's one of the dams you've probably seen a lot of footage of where the elephants swim in the afternoons and so on. Some more hyena activity. Is that a mushroom?
It's a dried mushroom. Interesting.
Just need
Obviously
some
been in
risotto.
Been in a piece of probably elephant dung. It's the only thing that would have had enough moisture at the
Yeah.
moment to actually grow a mushroom. And just to add on to what Ruan said about the seasons and so on, when it's lush in summertime and it's really, really hot, it can quite be the difficult task of finding a lot of these animals. You'll still see them. You just might not see the whole animal the whole time, if it makes any sense. All of this will be covered in grass that's about knee height. So you end up with a much denser vegetation. Winter time, yes, the colors are quite dull. It's not as bright, but it's open as you can see from where we're walking, that it is a little bit easier to actually maybe find and spot them. Not find, I wouldn't say, but spot them definitely. Photography, winter's your friend.
Yes, the light's also more damper.
Yeah.
But all the best time of the year for safaris all depends on your preferences. If you're into greenery, baby animals, bird life, summer, rainy season is your time to come.
Yeah.
If you want to spot the big cats more frequently and more openly, winter.
And sunsets.
And sunsets. The sunsets are also
Sunsets and winters.
spectacular. Obviously, with being dry season, you get a lot of dust in the air. So you get that, that typical blood red sunsets. But also, your summer's got something different with the clouds. So you get those pinks and purples. So every sunset here is different. What do you think? Are we going to do right or left?
Let's go left.
Let's go left.
Let's go left.
We're going to go to the wetland. We've got a nice story to tell there.
Yeah. See what we can find.
Enjoying this elephant pathway.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than what I did earlier, right? Much more open. See how the bush is also now changing again. Finding more of your sandy type species of vegetation. Lots of corkwoods.
Check this out. Can anybody guess what that is? Let's carry it with us to see who gets the right answer. Competition time. Whoever wins gets a joke from Stefan. Whoever wins gets a dad joke from you.
Okay.
Can anybody guess what this is?
I think also, it's good to kind of touch base on what animals have been seen recently. So we with it being still a little bit drier and more open, the leopard sightings have been incredible. Lion sightings haven't been bad either.
No, especially not with the cubs around.
Yeah. So we do have two lionesses at the moment that's got cubs. And the nice thing about that is that generally at the moment the cubs are still, they're not super small, but they're relatively young, so they can't move too far, which means that the females aren't moving around too much. We had the wild dogs the other night.
Yes.
So it's been good.
Been active.
Been really active, yeah.
Guinea elephant says porcupine spine. You're correct. It's a porcupine quail. As you can see, quite a big one. So it's fascinating about the porcupine quail. It's just it's hair. It's basically modified and condensed hair to create these magnificent quails. Obviously, you can see that edge. Not an animal you really want to encounter too much. Luckily, they are quite skittish. They'll move away, but you do not want to be cornered by one of them. That would not be a fun experience. The rate we're going now, I don't even think we have impalas on the reserve, Stefan.
No, no. We'll have to leopard crawl up the banks of Egyptian goose. Maybe see something there.
Jade asked the question, but I missed that completely. Jade, I don't know.
So it's time for a dad joke then. I'm putting you on the spot. I have to think about one. By the end of I promise by the end of our 5K walk, I will have thought of one. And I'll, coming up to what is this, a torchwood, green thorn.
Yes.
Always know, sometimes the names changes.
They change the names more than we change our minds. So.
Yeah, I know. I'm not always sure what the correct vernacular is for the types of things. Well, I'm staying away from all scientific names.
So elephants dug a lot of mud wallows here.
Yeah, I was also looking at it just now. Quite sandy. So I think what happened here is when it's muddy, it makes for a really good, almost like a rubbing agent.
Oh yeah?
So they'll dig out this mud here and then put it on their bodies, and then they'll find either a stump or something that they can really scratch on, because all the little bit of grit and sand that's in this type of soil will just help to really exfoliate the skin.
Moisturize.
Get rid of all that ticks and
Check out the
parasites.
thorns on this one. Known as your green thorn. Stefan, I have a joke.
Okay. Let's see.
I was thinking of our mushroom that we saw earlier.
I was going to Bonnie's joke.
Bonnie's joke. Thank you, Chantal. Stefan, you remember the joke?
I do. I was thinking about that earlier. So just a bit of background. We used to have an amazing spa therapist that worked with us at Jabulani. And her favorite joke was always, why was the mushroom always smiling? Because he's a fun guy. But just on that, a little bit of history about Ruan and myself. Both of us actually started at the Endangered Species Center, where we were guides there. I was a guide at the Endangered Species Center, and then at that stage I got moved up as a junior guide to Jabulani, eventually a full-on guide, later on a senior guide. And then also I spent a couple of years being the general manager for the lodge. And in my last year of being the general manager, Ruan became my assistant manager. And then I left for a while. I took a bit of hiatus, and Ruan became the general manager of the lodge. So we have quite a bit of history with the company and with the lodge and with the elephants. We've been around for some time, honestly.
We've been here longer than some staff's old.
Yeah. Especially with the newer guys coming through the system. It's quite interesting to see.
I must say, but Chantal, Stefan's wife, appreciates every second of me and Stefan together with her, because we such calm and we get our admin done, and she never has any problems with us getting sidetracked or anything. So sometimes we have to ask Chantal to calm down because she's all over the place. She's a very vocal, extroverted person. Me and Stefan, as you've realized, we're very introverted. So yeah, it's been working.
Somehow we make it through the day.
Sometimes barely, but
Yes. Then it's gotten really bad on the walk when you start looking for different trees. Like, oh, maybe I must talk about this one. Maybe I must talk about that one.
and then all of them are the same trees.
I spot one and every now and then I'm like, oh, okay, I know what this is. So.
We've just hit the 3.5Ks. We're doing well.
Yes, we're going to reach our target, I'm sure.
Doesn't even feel a step over 100 meters.
Are we going to go through this? Use this pathway here.
Yeah.
Wild sage.
If anybody from our head office, the finance department, sees this, I'm sorry, my phone bill end of this month. All the data I'm using. I have proof why my phone bill is going to be high. Apologies.
We're gonna. The plan at this moment is we're grasping at straws at the moment, to be totally honest. Because we're gonna try another dam. Maybe we get lucky with this one. So what maybe we will do is we'll try not to talk so loudly as we approach this dam, so that we're not giving away our presence the whole time.
Jade says she'll warn Laura. Thank you, Jade. Appreciate it. I'm scared of our finance department.
Gonna go see what we can catch up in front of them.
Let's go for a bit of a silent walk.
Yeah. We'll, as soon as we get close to that, we'll kind of warn and say, listen, we're dropping our voices.
Can you zoom on lives? Oh, you can zoom on lives?
Yeah, you can. I thought you were showing them the Guinea.
No. I was just making drukking.
You should. Yeah, let's see.
We're heading up to Egyptian Goose Dam. Let's see what we can find.
Wind's in our favor. I'll show you what we do. If you are walking and you're approaching a specific area, it's always good to kind of just check. With having some serious dust and sand here, always is a good idea to kind of kick it. At the moment, there's really not a breeze, so you can see the dust is just moving in the way that I'm kicking it. So obviously, if they're a little bit earlier when we checked it, it definitely came from the dam towards us, which is much more ideal. Do you want to approach from the dam wall side?
I think, yeah,
Then we
then
go over the dam.
we've got coverage.
Yeah. Go away in this tree. Just gonna screen there. Let's see.
You've got an animal.
What you can hear in the background there, that's a grey go away. As you can hear, it sounds like it's saying go away. So it's almost like a warning signal to a lot of the animals. We were hoping to bypass it without it making a noise, but it decided to ruin our plan. Let's see if we maybe drop down into this little bit of a dip in front here.
Some more zebras down there.
Yeah.
We've got animals, guys. Thing.
theory, these zebras shouldn't be too concerned with us because of the fact that there's the elephants and the guys. It's worth the elephants walk here rather frequently. And we're also not too far away from the stables, so potentially, you know, we could have a herd that's, I wouldn't say habituated, but is kind of used to seeing people. He's still standing on the damn wall there. It's gonna be a nice picture there.
Oh, it's a rhino. We've got a big rhino as well. He doesn't care about us. No, it's not too worried. Trying to see if we can go down and maybe come up behind the trees. Right, so we've got something exciting lying in the water. So we're gonna do a bit, a loop around just for cover. Let's check the wind. Or is this the wind? It's coming from the back of us. Okay, the wind is in our favor. Now we have to be very quiet. From now on. So see, we've got the dam wall over this side. Just for coverage. We're going to do a loop around. Have the wind in our favor. So what I think we should do, maybe we can start from here, this rubbing post tree. Yeah. And we'll just go over the mountain. Okay. The wind stopped again. It's coming this way. Come back, we can talk about this. Okay. That's not going anywhere. Yeah. I'll use this. Maybe this top here. so we don't disturb him. The wind's also turning and it's not in our favor.
So maybe we can go around to those zebras again.
Okay, let's go check the zebra again. See if we can find the rhino at a different angle. Got some clouds coming in now. Now it's getting chilly again now.
Showing earlier about the warthogs. Here you can see this obviously is all elephants. As you would have known if you follow HERD and follow a lot of the live streams or the elephant swim footage, we do bring the elephants to Egyptian goose quite often. They've realized that this tree is a perfect tree to actually run on. See here. Incredible tambuti.
Horrible firewood.
Yes. Most beautiful wood if you can work it, but horrible firewood. So it's actually quite poisonous. If I see a young tambuti tree, I'll actually show you. It produces like a milky latex. That's how it protects itself. And, a lot of the local communities or the local people will use it actually as a when you've got toothache or gum ache or any of those kinds of things. If you break the leaf off and you put a little bit of that latex, there's our zebra friend. That latex on your gum or your tooth, it'll actually take some of the pain away for a short amount of time.
There's our zebra friend. Nini Elephant asking, could this be Gertjie?
I didn't have a good look at his ears, but it's an area where Gertjie normally stays, so there's a good chance. Sorry, I didn't.
And then Chantal is asking, any leopard orchids around? Chantal, no. And if there is, I'm not going to show them to you. Anyway, we're going to try and see from a different angle if we can find C's ears. But like we said, we didn't really want to disturb him too much. There's a big possibility that it could be Gertjie, but can't 100% confirm.
They're magnificent animals. I mean, we so often just can't drive past zebras. They are beautiful. They really are. You look at them standing there. And you would think that something that's black and white kind of stands out in the bush. That thing stands behind a tree.
Let's quickly show them. If I zoom out, let's get a bit of branches in front of him. Check there. Just check the camera. Oh, check the camouflage of it in there.
Amazing.
And literally one step to this side, do you see it? Ooh.
And obviously that camouflage also works in two ways. So it works if that as a lone zebra stands behind a bush or a tree or something, or in dense vegetation, but also as a group. All those stripes blend together within a herd, and it makes it very difficult for any predator to really distinguish between one individual and the next.
We're going to try that knobthorn. Like that.
Yeah, let's see if we can
See them.
Checking the wind again. The wind keeps on moving. We've got a lot of dust. As long as that zebra's fine, I think. Yeah, it's kind of blowing that. I said fine.
The zebra will be a dead giveaway for the rhino.
Yeah, that zebra starts running.
Then we start running. Drop in the comments. He wants to see Stefan climb a tree.
There's a lot of zebra.
Oh, we've got a beautiful herd of zebra.
See, he's listening to us now. He can hear us.
Yeah, his ears are focused on us. Got a whole small little harem. Yeah, Susie, we're also excited. Me and Stefan's been walking for 90 minutes. We finally found it. Something. Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Scared.
I wonder. I don't think we need to try and just go just over the dam wall here.
I think so.
I don't think we'll be able to see it.
Okay. Let's see,
I'll let you.
see how close we can get to the zebras. Like Stefan said earlier, with around this area, especially with the carriers on foot, the animals are a bit more habituated to people on foot. Obviously not tamed or anything, but let's see how close we can get. These are wild animals, we promise. And the rest of our zebras. So see, we've got a great vantage point here. It's about, what do you say, 50 meters?
Yeah, about.
And then we've got the body of water and we've got the height of the dam walls. So quite a safe area, safer area to be. The biggest thing, especially if you catch animals or walk up to animals, you always want to keep them, they always need to have a way of escape. So if anything alive feels cornered, they might react negatively. But as you can see, we're keeping our distance from him. We did not bring binoculars. Stefan's trying to zoom in to see if it's Gertjie.
His red right ear looks like the same, not just Gertjie's, but obviously this distance, at this angle, I can't see his left ear. But I'm pretty sure that's...
Yeah, we're almost sure that it's Gertjie. Obviously, we don't want to lie, so we can't 100% confirm, but great possibility that it's Gertjie. And I think that also has a reason why it's so relaxed. See, those ears are constantly moving.
Oxpecker irritated him there.
It's difficult for you to see on the camera, but there's oxpeckers all going in and out of his ear. So obviously they've got a symbiotic relationship with your bigger herbivores, so they clean them of ticks and fleas, and they actually climb up right into the ears, and they actually eat the earwax as well. And so that's the nature's. Please tell me you guys heard that.
Look at the guys listening now.
Can you hear the zebra snorting? Give you an idea, these zebras do not cage. They really don't care. Is that the stallion there? It's got a nice little group going there. Harem. For the bird watchers out there, we'll come back to the rhino now. So this is known as Egyptian Goose Dam, and there's actually 2 Egyptian geese. There we go. They're basically our equivalent to the Canadian geese. They're not the friendliest of birds. If you have a lot of watering hole at your house and that, and you want to attract local bird life and that, you don't want these guys there because they're quite aggressive. It is Gertjie.
Got both his ears, see?
Okay, there. Stefan can confirm it's Gertjie. It's difficult to see on the camera, but basically all of our rhinos get notched. So you can see exactly, it's like almost like an ID tag that we do with them. Yeah, rough day. So for those of you who don't know, Gertjie is basically when I started at the Endangered Species Center, he was my introduction to doing this. So Gertjie came in to the Endangered Species Center, and after 3 months, that's when I started working this. I was part of the team and helped raise him and Lamy and that, and he's been released. Which year was he released?
2018.
Yeah, so obviously he raised at the Endangered Species Center, and in 2018 released back into the reserve, and you can see he's well and thriving. It's great. Warms your heart seeing him out here, seeing he's doing well. And so him and Matimba used to walk together, but obviously with them becoming more dominant bulls, they do split off because your dominant bulls are solitary. Let's see if I can get this grey go away bird. Sorry, I'm shaking. I don't know if it's out of hunger or excitement for seeing Gertjie. There's the go away bird. Let's zoom out a bit and see. Let's leave him in peace. Which way do you want to go? Goodbye, boy.
See what he does. He's okay.
So?
It's fine.
Exciting stuff.
Very good. Nice. At least.
Finally something. One more look at the view.
Leave you with that view.
Tough out here. We just hit the 4-kilometer mark. We have a K to do.
Nice. We'll talk a little bit. Maybe we can talk about these pyramids.
Yeah.
We do get a lot of questions. So, part of what we're also trying to do on the reserve and is what we call large tree conservation. So when you do have a really big knobthorn like this, yes, it forms part of the natural food for the elephants, but it also at the same time we also have a responsibility to look after that as well. So what we do is we make these concrete little pyramids, and then we'll come and pack them around some of these trees to enable them to basically protect the tree. What it does is it makes it very, very difficult for an elephant to actually step on this. But what you can see here is that our elephants have spent a bit of time and they've realized that if they move it a little bit like over here, they can get a foot in there and they can go across to that side. And Jabulani in particular is very good at picking up with his trunk and moving them and throwing them to one side. So we have yet to design a Jabulani-proof pyramid, but
the tree's still standing.
you can see that the tree doesn't have nearly as much damage on it, in particularly as a lot of the other ones. But you can see there's also some mud on it. So they do actually use it. So it's just one of the smaller things that you don't always get to see. But what other responsibilities and other jobs we try and other things we're trying to protect at the same time. See how that knob's on the wrap, you'll be able to pick it up, but it's not in flower yet, but it's going
reddish. See, we've got some rhino dung here, a lot of it. Remember we spoke earlier about the Impala middens? This is a rhino midden. You guys can't smell it, but it's fresh. Obviously, we know Gertjie's here behind us, so this is like a fresh. So yeah, now, especially now winter months, this time you can see there because we have a lot of car movement on this, but you can see the dung. So in summer months, deep summer months, that will be not infested, but covered in crawling with dung beetles.
When you're around the water hole, it does create a little bit more activity with the animals and so on. So,
You see some scuffing here.
if you want to, I can take the camera and Ruan can explain to you exactly how a rhino scuffs. He's going to mark his territory. This is going to be like the highlight of this reel.
I'm an elephant, a rhino. So I'm a boy. I smell. I urinate. I scuff.
There we go. That's like the greatest rhino impersonation I've ever seen. Huh? Amazing.
We can call that, we must make a TikTok dance, the rhino scuff. So why he does that is obviously it's marking his territory. So he's got the dung heap. And just to add it, because obviously there's a lot of smell in urine as well. So with him scuffing like that, he basically imprints it in the ground and it gets stuck on his feet as well. And everywhere where he steps, some of his scent gets dropped there. So what he's hoping for, basically you can say that's a bush telegram. So he's actually hoping that a female in the area picks that up. And what a lot of time we'll do is the testosterone in the urine that can actually quicken the process of her going to estrus as well. So literally they're sending it's tinder of the bush, if you want to put it like that.
For a good time.
For a good call Gertjie, it's the rhino scuff.
Exactly.
Stefan, we've gone 100 minutes without making a dirty joke.
I apologize.
It's time now.
But I mean, one last time, and I know we've said it a lot, but just look at that.
Let me just get the camera to turn.
Oh,
Technology.
It is just absolutely insane.
There we go, that way.
Yeah, it's a little bit counterintuitive, that thing. That's why I made it one way, I'll carry it. I'll carry the rifle. You know? I know which is the front side and the...
The back side. So yeah, we've done 4.1 Ks. We're gonna basically head back to the homestead and we can do a bit of a walkthrough in the homestead,
Yeah.
the orphanage. See, my battery's also on 25%.
As long as we make it to the 5K.
Yeah. So Larissa, Jade, how's it going in Pretoria? Do you have any updates on your walks that side? How many people have pitched up? So everybody's tuned in now. There's a Trails for Trunk happening in Pretoria. A lot of people saw they were there bright and early. It looked freezing. So I was glad me and Stefan decided on 8 o'clock was a good time.
Animal-wise, not so good, but for us,
Yeah.
you know, we were a little bit selfish in that decision.
Because tomorrow it's back to work. So
At some point, we need to get our rest in.
Jade says they've already got a couple of winners that already crossed the line.
Nice. Congratulations.
Approximately 200 people. Jeez.
Well done.
It's a 202, including us.
So what we'll do, I'm already thinking about next year. Maybe we can do like a 20K next year. But how we do it? No, before you pull your face at me like that.
Wait.
No, but what we'll do, we could do like a 2 kilometer handover, like a relay, so we can get all the team involved.
Yes. Okay.
You know, do a bigger part of where we walk.
Do a boundary walk.
All that, yeah. You know, and get some of the guides, we can even get some of the kitchen guys in.
Yeah. They've been looking plumpy.
With the elephants walking for a while. Could be nice. Tell us what you think. You want us to try it again next year or do something similar?
Any suggestions how we can improve this?
Well, yes, obviously this was the first year of us, and on a whim we decided, actually it was my idea. I forced Ron into this. Decided that we could maybe take this. Let's see how it goes.
Wasn't too bad. Chantal is volunteering for the water girl. Barbie Waters, Chantal Barbie Waters. We only drink out of Barbie bottles.
Ron was talking earlier about the Rhino run that we did a couple of years ago. On this particular day, Ron also got bamboozled into doing it the day before. Somebody had to pull out due to an ACL injury. And Ron volunteered, not knowing what he was volunteering himself. And we'd done probably about 4 kilometers of pretty grueling obstacles and cross-country running and swimming through water and being shot at with paintball guns and so on. And Chantal, my daughter, was 3.
Yeah, she was small.
3 at that stage. Chantal and my daughter came to come and cheer us on. And they'd stopped at the shop and they'd bought my daughter a little bottle of, it's water, but it comes in the shape of a Barbie doll. It's got a big pink logo that says Barbie. And Ron was so thirsty that he literally grabbed the water out of her and down to the small bottle of water in front of her. And she was flabbergasted. But from that day on, whenever Ron's a little bit tired, we ask him if he's in need of a little bottle of Barbie water.
To this day, if I walk into the shop and I see the Barbie water, I still get a bit of PTSD. I haven't fully recovered from that day. But we finished it.
We did it.
Barely, but we finished it.
Yeah.
Hey, the sun's got power now.
No, it's coming out now. You can see we're kind of just walking down the road at the moment. The bush is quite lush where we are now. It wouldn't make for the greatest of walk. All you'll just see is branches and stuff eating them.
I'm also not in the mood for ticks now.
The grass is still quite tall here. So we're just kind of walking around, and as we, in a couple of 100 meters, if we turn the corner towards the left there, you'll start to see the homestead and all of that stuff, and we'll actually make our way straight towards that. We'll walk through maybe through the stables and to the orphanage.
See if the battery lasts.
Yeah, where are we now?
It's gone red. But I think if I see we're on 4.5, we'll have proof that we did 5Ks.
Yeah. Oh no, see, it's funny how it's gone quiet. There's not even birds at the moment.
It's crazy.
Like it's changed over and that was it.
Some cloud cover coming in as well. It's actually turned out to be a beautiful day.
Yes. Really, really nice. So, when you're walking in the bush like this, it's funny when it's so quiet. The only thing you hear is your footsteps.
Yeah.
You realize how loud you're actually walking. I'm really trying my best not to, but
I'm also trying to tip it over.
it's not the easiest of.
Then we
Things
think
to do.
it's us talking that's giving us away. It's just us being here is giving us away.
Exactly. Just kind of being in the bush. Getting to that point now where it's like, I don't know if I've said this or I haven't said this before. Really
We've got-
racking my brain.
See, we've got another scuff mark from Gertjie.
Definitely become a very promising bull. I wouldn't say important bull yet, but promising bull for the area.
All of them are important.
I know. I know. My vocabulary let me down.
Your English isn't Englishing today.
Doesn't want to.
Nini Finn says next time she would love a walk that focuses on flowers when on full bloom. I think we should do a live stream deep in summer
We
months.
can, yeah, we can definitely. I've seen a couple. If I see something that I know, I'll
Yeah.
point that out. But I really don't want to go on a live stream. And go, oh, this is this and this and this, and it's not even close to what it's supposed to be. So rather than there was one little flower there where the elephants were, and God knows at the camera.
Oh yeah?
I saw a little senior.
I think we should do a live stream this deep summer and then
Yeah.
see some dung beetles and all the weird and
Yeah,
wacky
could
small
be.
little things.
Could be quite interesting. The difference also between the two. If we do that.
Well, maybe we do this once a month. I don't know what you
We
guys
can.
think.
Maybe we get some people to walk with us.
Yeah.
We can do almost like a podcast, but a live.
Yeah.
We walk through the bush. We can have some people come with us. Some of the guides. Get Nathan to come and do some insects with us.
Yes, but fishing. I think, yeah. If into insects, Nathan will be our guy.
Yeah.
But I think we won't make the 5K in a day then. We'll be doing an hour long in a little loop.
We won't even have left the stables. So we're gonna turn the corner in front here, and then you'll see for us the end point is in sight. See the stables. See everything. But
Yep.
we did say that earlier that there's unfortunately there's not a lot of aloes out here. We could maybe do a swing pass by the elephant stables. There should be
Yeah.
aloes there in the gardens to show you. The flowers are in high demand by all the herbivores during this time of the year. So
Little sunbirds, which is cousins of the hummingbirds.
yeah.
See, we're on 4.75.
Almost.
No lying.
No lying, exactly.
Let's hope the battery lasts till 5.
No, it should. It should. What do you want, 17?
It's got a red.
Ah,
Say 20%.
low power. That's fine, we should make it. Then you can switch it off for the rest of the day.
And when I set it up, I did set it up for horizontal and it went in vertical, so I don't want to play around because me and
Yeah,
live
no.
streams, this is the first time I've actually got it to work. I think we might have lost reception once or twice, but we've we're walking in a good area. Thank you, MTN,
Yeah, yeah.
the unofficial sponsor for this walk. I want to thank my mom and my dad, who believed in me.
These are rhino tracks there.
Ooh,
It's a really nice rhino track.
see
It's like a
this.
civet track inside as well.
See, we've got a rhino track over here. So you can see a bit different than the elephant tracks. I'm gonna draw on it. So you can see there's one of its nails. We've got a second nail. There's the third nail. Then the track comes basically like that. Look at that, Picasso. We've got a little civet track in there as well.
Nice.
There in the distance is the homestead.
Rhinos are sleeping there.
You can smell it.
Yeah, and you can sit down between them.
Check all the. We had some rhinos sleeping here last night. See, very fresh tongue. Got the flies there. And Stefan, there was a lot of poop talk today.
Yep. Yep.
That's what we're good at.
Yep. No, definitely. We'll make it even more track. We do find that the rhinos also, what happens quite a, they will also feed on some of the elephant dung and the fodder that gets left in the stables at night time. So obviously I don't know how much of the actual fodder that will be put in for tonight is already in the paddocks where the elephants stay. That normally gets put out late afternoon, but it is Sunday, so the guys do go home a little bit earlier. But we put in that that Bana grass we spoke about earlier. We have the branches that you saw that was on the back of the trailer. We put in lucerne that we also mentioned. And then a lot of the time we'll have a lot of them, so they're not quality enough, good enough to send it to the market. They'll donate it to the herd. And we'll go and collect that. And we'll put that in the stable. Choose from to each side. There's no people around. They'll move over there late afternoons and start feeding on that. The Bana grass and alfalfa and stuff, that all the lucerne that we've taken out of the stables.
Jade says the signal's a bit funny.
Oh no.
Sorry about that.
No.
MTN, not a proud sponsor anymore.
A bit of a dip. I think as soon as we get to the top there.
Almost there. Just look at that steady heart rate. I'm proud of myself. It says it's a warm-up.
Warm up.
There you go. We made it. There's proof we did the 5Ks. Took us longer than we thought.
2 hours instead of 1 hour.
Yeah. Going, if the signal cuts out, so I'm on low battery. Didn't think of bringing a power bank, but we're going to keep going until the phone dies. See how far we make it. Because we're not far from the homestead. Hopefully we can do a quick walk through. Jade, how about no?
What is that?
So Jade said next time we can run it.
No. No. Does this look like a running body? Huh? Does this look like a body made for running? This is a steady pace.
Yeah, we've been overdoing it today.
Oh, no.
Jade, we'll do that if you join us. How does that sound? So Jade is back in Pretoria at the Trails for Trunks Day, and she's been watching us too and keeping us motivated during this day. So Jade is part of our media team, and
Miss any comments? He's like, hey.
Jade said nope with laughing, crying faces. Didn't think so, Jade. Like me and Steve have been holding our breath this past 5Ks. Can you imagine us running? We were just here. We would need to get an ambulance on standby for us.
Exactly. Freshly squeezed orange
idea.
When we're done, have some job at them. Do a live stream of Rowan making a couple of his famous cocktails. I don't know.
Who doesn't love a cocktail at 9 o'clock in the morning? And say it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Exactly. There was a plane earlier, so we'll be good.
Is that a South African saying or international saying?
I think it might be South African. I'm not sure.
So in South Africa we have a saying in Afrikaans to say die bouing is oor, which basically translates to the plane is passed. So once the plane is passed, you're allowed to drink without judgment. So luckily we've got the East Cape Airport not far from here, so it starts quite early out here. Jade says if I run, she'll hold the Barbie water.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Thanks for the support, Jade.
Elephants don't have a bad view either.
No, that's the elephant's view every day.
A couple of Impala way down there. Almost
She's
impossible
these
to
little
see.
specks.
No, sorry. Just coming up to the homestead now.
I think the battery's gonna make it. It's just gonna make it or just not gonna make it. Do a speed run HERD tour.
Yeah.
Some more Guinea fowl running to the left. Got a wildebeest there in the distance. Let's see. I think the zoom is gonna be rough, but hey, got nothing to lose. Somewhere there is a black speck. There in the middle, that's a wildebeest. I'm not lying. This is one of those things you're gonna have to trust me on this one.
Yep. Not bad.
So Jade's asking, how's our wildebeest population? So, not great.
It's a funny thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so around the homestead, I think we've got 5 that permanently live here. But I know of our yearly, it's like they fall quite hardly predation for your lions and them. So we see them often, but obviously nothing like the Great Migration. We'd love to have the migration numbers. But we've got a fair amount of the blue wildebeest here. So we obviously get 2 natural species in South Africa, the blue wildebeest, which is the brindled gnu, is it not? And then the black wildebeest, which is more south. And I cannot...
White-tailed canoe.
White-tailed gnu, thank you, Stefan. So let me quickly show you, sorry. All the rhino tracks here.
Rhino tracks, elephant tracks, gator.
People tracks, tractor tracks,
Tractor tracks.
track and tracks. So the blue wildebeest is the one, the brindled gnu is the one that you get in this area. So it's got a more bluish color, hence the name. And then its horns move more sideways. Then your black wildebeest, which is more south of South Africa, it's more a black color. Horns basically going forward, and then they've got this blonde tail as well. We've got impalas. Look at that. Behind the bush.
A couple up there as well hiding.
It's going to come into the open. We should have just stayed around the homestead.
Yeah. There we go. One peeking through the bush there.
There. We have impalas, guys. Nice. Never thought I could be this excited about an impala.
I think it theoretically should be the easiest to find.
Stefan, we're on 5.4. Jeez, look at us. So we can deduct 400 meters from our next walk.
We are overachieving.
Overachievers. We give our 110% for everything that we do.
And as we can see, and we'll probably show you when we get a little bit closer, but the guys are all kind of hard at work, cleaning out the stables, cleaning out the area for interactions for tomorrow morning. So
Always something happening.
Making sure when the guests arrive that everything is on tip-top shape. They're going to follow the path into the stables like the elephants would do when they come back in the afternoon. I walk like an elephant now.
I did the Rhino. When
We've not got to walk like
go with Mambo.
Mambo. Mambo is like this. Looking everywhere to see what is there that he can say.
So we have a question, when's rutting season? So our rutting season is normally this time of the year, it was a bit earlier. So what rutting season is basically the male impalas are busy displaying for the females. That's those awful sounds that they make 24/7. So basically it's got that
Like they're burping.
like they're burping constantly. So basically what that is they're basically getting their females, creating their new herds, and then mating season will start. And then you'll hear some rutting again in December month. So how the rutting season gets checked off is obviously the female impalas or the ewes are going into estrus, and that those pheromones in the air basically triggers the rutting season. So then in December, when birthing season starts, obviously with the lambs getting born, it's also the pheromones getting kicked in the air again. Then for a short while you'll hear the rutting again. So the December and summer months rutting is not necessarily for mating, it's just the boys going crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, rutting season's passed, mating's happened, and now basically we're waiting for December, and we're gonna have a lot of new lambs all over.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning!
Pedro and Nicholas is cleaning. So they're the guys that come over. They come over on weekends, come and clean up the stables.
Cleaning, a lot of cleaning.
Lots and lots and lots of cleaning that needs to happen. You can see quite, Ron will show you now on the ground also all the stuff that gets left over. This will also put outside. Elephant dung gets collected and we make compost out of that, but the actual branches and stuff, that will be thrown outside. And then a lot of the other animals will have access to that.
We've got some, so this morning the branches and the Bana grass we saw. Ooh. You can see it's laid out. Takes a village.
Exactly.
There's some warthogs as well. There's still a lot of cleaning waiting. Elephant dung anywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, not anywhere. I think our battery might just last it.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
See some warthogs. Wait. Hoping for some leftover lucerne and Bana grass. But yeah, we made it. We did 5.6.
Great stuff.
Thank you so much for joining in. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope everybody's keeping active today. We'll do this
Thank you
soon.
very much for everybody that's taking part in virtual trails for trunks on their own sites, wherever you are in the world.
We'll do bigger next year.
Yeah. Send in your ideas and thoughts on what you'd like to see next time, how you'd like us to do it, who you'd like us to invite, and we'll see what we can.
We've got it back here at the orphanage. See if we've got some aloe flowers for Nini here.
Yeah, it's promised. I almost forgot. Sorry. Should be at the back.
I see you.
A lot of them are in seed already.
Right there.
There's some yellow ones there.
Yeah, see how nicely Herman's keeping up with the gardens. Got our nature conservation students rolling elephant dung. sighting start the lab. Nini, I've got some flowers. Nini, just for you, some aloe flowers. You can see they're going into seed now as well.
This one has already got quite far into the
So we're making gardens soon. But thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you again.
Have a wonderful day. Keep well.
Good luck.